concentration and memory for you, because without them this enormous world we live in moves harder for its own cosmic progress. Hi, I'm Alex, and on this channel you'll find very practical information for longevity, for life extension, and quick and powerful natural and almost for free remedies for several physical internal disorders. This video is a practical guide verified by me and does not represent a cure for any disease, dysfunction or physical condition, and that's why please talk to your doctor first before starting to consume the things I want to mention in this video. Memory is the depth of concentration. It is related to the experienced intensity of a moment as well as to the internal psychological capacity that our body has to become attentive, has to become focused, concentrated, and remember the things necessary for its life. So, are you ready to dive into these 6 elements? Let's go. 1. Fresh forest fruits. Yes, those grown into the mountains, not from the greenhouses or special crops or any other kind of shops. If you eat a handful of berries, you will be rewarded with an explosion of sweetness in your mouth. They are just as good for breakfast as they are for dessert. Like dosage, about 400 grams per day, 2 times a week, from whatever you can find. For example, like I have here, buckthorn, blueberries, raspberries, currants, blackberries, gooseberries or cranberries. Most people break this down into 5, like 80 grams per servings. Almost all these berries are loaded with to the brim with antioxidants, and for those who don't know, antioxidants help prevent most of the diseases and improve, of course, your skin and hair, and lead to a healthier way of life. For example, I take large quantities when it's in season, and I put everything I don't use into the freezer, and later when I take them out, I keep them at the room temperature for almost 1 day, and then I put them into the smoothie and eat them like that. The second nutrients for concentrating and memory is this miraculous beetroot. Beetroots have about 30 calories or 29 calories more exactly, and have no fat, and they have protein, fiber and carbohydrates. They also contain antioxidants that reduce the risk of heart attack and disease of any other kind of inflammation. I prepared for absorption in several ways. I use them like semi-cooked. I make them like a salad with oil and pepper. I drink the water from it if you want to boil it, so the water is very good. I put them into the juicer. The juicer is very great. You can eat the pulp from the beetroot that remains and put them into the oven with any other kind of vegetables with oil and spices, or you can eat them like fresh cut and put them into the salads. A huge benefit is that has strong athletic performance. For example, the nitrates from the beetroot can increase the blood flow and the oxygen into the muscles by improving athletic performance and recovery. The free thing for improving the concentration is fresh and raw necessary red tuna. Yes, with garlic, salt and pepper. Tuna contributes to the strengthening to the immune system and increases the energy in the level of the body. The tuna is notable for the impressive amount of selenium present in the form of selenoin, which is a stronger form antioxidant and which protects the skin from the free radicals and which can coexist with mercury by reducing its influence into the body. Tuna is also very rich in the vitamin B complex, in vitamin D, contains protein, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, and very healthy omega-3 and omega-6 fats acids. These fats and oils from tuna are imperatively necessary for our brain, bringing through their power decision-making force in our actions, in our memory, courage, willpower, motivation, and vitality. I eat it, this fresh tuna, I eat it fresh, not frozen, so raw, with salt, garlic, pepper, as I said, and often in small quantities, because in large quantities can cause a reaction to the stomach. The fourth thing is raw and hydrated nuts in water, milk, or yogurt. So thanks to the healthy fats they contain, walnuts help to balance the level of cholesterol into the blood, and those prevent the onset of cardiovascular diseases. Several studies indicate the eating of the nuts can improve brain activities, fight depression, and maintain brain function with becoming older. I consume that in 3 ways. I hydrate them into the water in the evening, and in the morning I eat them with warm water, yogurt, or put them into a smoothie. Sometimes I leave them into the yogurt for a few hours before eating them, and then or I put them into the milk for a few hours and then mix them into the blender. The 5th thing, but don't tell anyone, to improve our concentration is the brain from the pig, beef, sheep, goat, ram, or goat. For those who have a greater love for their inner temple, it can be eaten raw, a few fingers like those per month, with salt and pepper, and only like that, or made into the bread with breadcrumbs, eggs, and flour in oil. The brain contains healthy fats, vitamins, minerals, proteins, and cholesterol, a good one, and is especially recommended for maintaining the health of the nervous system. 65% or most of the calories come from the healthy fats, containing far more than any other organ or muscle. Animal brain is very rich in omega-3, which is the best to support brain function and eye health. And 6 is hydrated seeds over the night smoothie. Yes, because they have oils who are going into the water over the night. I usually make them a smoothie when I have busy days in the morning, where I usually start at 8 and I finish almost to midnight. All this composition have essential nutrient intake required for a day where brain activity has more work to do. So here is what I put in. I put cashews, I put sometimes fruits of Ginkgo biloba, what I have in the house, almonds, walnuts, maca powder, sunflower, and pumpkin seeds, flax seeds or poppy seeds. The only mention is that with Ginkgo biloba, sometimes the leaves are good and are usually included into the supplements and taken orally by infusion or decoction. And is very good for memory problems. I leave the leaves into the water, and I put the water into the blender, and I mix it and I drink it with all other nuts. And when I get a chance to pick the fruits of Ginkgo biloba, which only appear once a year at the first frost into the winter time, I eat them no more than 12 per day, because it's preventing the neurodegenerative problems, and it will help my memory into the future a lot. So that's why I invite you to become a part of this protocol of 120 years and to subscribe down below and see all these materials for you to become a better example for everyone around you. May the progressive force be with you.